guys. Good afternoon. I told you guys I will be back. If you're new to my channel, my name is Tasha Marie TMR. How you doing, baby? Ooh, y'all, it's hot. Hot. So like I told you guys, there was nobody there at work today. I was the only one in my department that was there. My boss had emailed me when I got there this morning to let me know that he would be online for part of the morning. So I actually I went back and checked my instant messenger, and I didn't see him on there. So I don't know if he ever even logged on. But there was my job. I work for a manufacturing company, and so we're attached to a warehouse. And guys, production was closed yesterday and today, so there was nobody in the warehouse or in production. Office staff, it was like 3 engineers that were there today and myself. So it was like 4 people for the whole daggone building. So yeah, I left at 2 o'clock. I was like, baby, I'm gone. Like, when I walked in there, y'all, all the lights and stuff was off. I kept the lights off, like on the front part of the office. I sit in the back part of the office. I just turned the lights on in the back part because I was like, well, I need to light up the whole room, and I'm the only one here. So I was able to get some work done, and I had a lot of stuff that I couldn't do because I needed to coordinate with other people in other departments, and of course they weren't there today. So I sent emails just to cover myself, so you always got to cover yourself at the job, baby. Y'all know how it is. You always got to cover your tracks. So my boss wouldn't think I was just sitting in there doing absolutely nothing, sitting on YouTube. Even though he doesn't know I have a YouTube channel, like, I don't discuss that when I go to work. That's none of those people's business. I keep that to myself. But I've always been like that. Even years ago, when I had Facebook, I didn't tell people that I work with I had a Facebook page, because I don't need people in my business like that, I just didn't. Especially people that you work with. I didn't need them. You know what I want you to know, okay? I'm going to tell you what I want you to know about me. You're not going to figure out anything else. And you know what? It's not hard to believe, because everybody doesn't have a Facebook page. Some people like to think everybody has a Facebook page. And although there are a lot of people that do have Facebook pages, but there's a lot of people who don't have Facebook pages. So, but anyway, y'all. So 2 o'clock, y'all, I was like, okay, it's time to go. And I went on and left, honey. I clocked on out. I sent him an email, let him know I was leaving for the day. And I didn't get a response back from him, which I kind of figured I wasn't anyway, but I just wanted, to let him know that I was leaving for the day. So now I'm ready to go by my mom's, sit and chat with her for a minute. You know what? I was just thinking about something. Yesterday was 4th of July, as we all know. And, a lot of us cooked a lot of food because we had company over and stuff like that. But what do y'all do? When y'all cook a lot of food, like Christmas, Thanksgiving, 4th of July, heck, even Easter, because I cook a big dinner for Easter. What do y'all do with y'all leftovers? Like, how long do y'all eat on y'all leftovers? I'm going to be honest with you. Yesterday was the 4th of July. Although I didn't cook, but let's just say I did. So yesterday was the 4th of July. Today, I'm going to be honest with y'all. Tomorrow, I probably won't be eating it. The only thing that I like as leftover barbecue is ribs. That's the only thing I like. I don't like chicken, leftover barbecue chicken. I like leftover barbecue brats. When you barbecue those, or even if you don't barbecue them, I like those, and ribs. But the rest of that stuff, y'all don't want any of it. So how long do y'all keep y'all food? How long do y'all eat on y'all food if you cooking? See, that's why I don't like cooking a whole bunch of food. And it's kind of hard when you have company coming, because although you invite 20 people, but 30 might show up, because people always bring a +1, And then a lot of times you invite people and they don't show up. So you plan and prepare for a large party, and a lot of times people don't show up. So you want to, as a host, you want to make sure that your company is always taken care of, that they have a good time when they come over to your house. That's how I am. When I host things at my home, I want to make sure people have the best of time. A few years ago, let me see when this was. It might have been about 6 years ago. I threw my husband a big old surprise birthday party. Like he's never had a surprise birthday party. And y'all, when I tell you that birthday party was epic, it was epic. And the house that we lived in at the time, it was a 4-level home. It had a basement. Then it had the main level. It had the upstairs, and then it had a finished attic upstairs. So we had the party in the basement because it was that large that we could do that. And you guys, I cooked so much food. You hear me? I mean, I cooked a ton of food. I had 7-layer salad. I had barbecue and Swedish meatballs. I had a cheese, meat, cracker tray. He had a really nice birthday cake because my husband loves the Colts. He's a Colts fan, so I had him a cake made like a football with the Colts, like the blue and white and all that. It was really, really nice. I hired a DJ. Y'all, and we did all this in the basement of our house. Like when I tell y'all, at one time I probably had about 50 people in my basement. Like that's how many people, people was coming and going. Y'all, but when I tell you I had a ton of food, but when we woke up that next morning, we had liquor. We had a ton of liquor. Yeah, it was a lot. And I had somebody manning the liquor bar. Because, baby, y'all know how people do. When you say, yeah, go ahead and pour you something to drink. Baby, they be walking around there two-fisted. Okay? Y'all know how people are when they, when you say, hey, we throwing a party, and people come and girl will take advantage of your little stuff in your house. So I had somebody, control of the liquor. I had 2 people actually pouring drinks for people. Because you won't come over here. I probably bought maybe 4 cases. It might have been 4 cases of beer. Y'all, when I woke up, it was probably 8 cans left out of those 4 cases of beer. And what come in a case? What, 24? Yeah. Y'all, that party was epic. Epic. My husband still talks about that party to this day. That party was epic. But yeah, when we woke up the next morning, y'all, it wasn't nothing left. And do you know I didn't get anything to eat? Like, I'm not tight. I don't know if y'all that type, but whenever I'm hosting something, I never eat. Because what I'm doing while I'm preparing the food, I'm tasting it as I go. And then I'm so anxious about throwing the party, trying to make sure everything is right and everybody's having a good time. And so I'm so busy circulating the room, trying to make sure everybody drinks is right. People, cleaning up after people. Because, people come over your house and will treat your house like trash. So I'm steady running behind people, picking up plates. And, we had a bunch of card tables down in the basement. People was playing cards. And we had about 3 or 4 card tables going. People was playing cards and people was playing dominoes. And y'all, when I tell you we had a very good time, like I would tell, honey, I'll tell you, I can host a party, okay? I can host a party. To be quite honest with you, my sister-in-law, that after that party, she asked me, could I, plan her event. She was throwing a party. She wanted me to plan her event. She was so impressed. Like, I had the whole basement decorated in coats. It was a Colts theme, so it was blue and white everywhere. Y'all, when my husband came downstairs and was surprised by that party, like, he passed out. He had no idea. And y'all, my husband, he's super nosy, so it took a lot of me sneaking around and hiding stuff so he couldn't see it, but I was able to pull that off because he told me he had literally no idea that I was doing all that behind his back, planning that party. But yeah, I had a really good time. But that's why I was just, that's why I basically wanted to know, how do y'all handle that when you throw parties or you have events like Christmas, 4th of July, whatever? What do y'all, if you have a ton of food left over, y'all just throw it away? How do y'all feel about throwing all that type of food away? I'm going to be honest with you. Me, personally, I don't feel bad about it. I just feel like like, we can't eat it, you know. I try not to fix as much food if I can, but, you know, you always, when you're hosting, you always want to make sure you got enough. So sometimes you overdo it just to ensure that you always have enough food. At least that's how I am when I host a party. Yeah, I am super hot. You know, although I just put this wig on yesterday, but I think I'm going to change my hairstyle because it's too much hair. It's too hot. It's too hot. I'm going to have to figure out another style. At least till it start cooling down, baby, till it get about 80 degrees or something like that. Because, y'all, I'm telling you, I don't know what the temperature is right there, but right now, but it really feels like it's probably about 100 degrees out here. Like, it's hot. It's super hot. It's that muggy hot, you know. This girl was asking me yesterday which one is better, the humid heat or the dry heat. I told her, me personally, I would think dry heat would be better. But it just really depends on, like, okay, so say for instance, like myself, I live in the Midwest and I moved to the West. Okay, so like I was saying, if I moved to Arizona, would I be able to handle that heat knowing that I was, you know, born and raised in the Midwest? And I mean, I guess eventually I would. Anything, you know, once you get immune to it, you're immune to it. But I think it will be a shock for my body because I'm used to this humidity type weather. I'm not used to straight dry heat. That's how I was when I moved to Texas. When I lived in Texas for a while, and y'all, it was like I couldn't, that heat, baby, that heat in Texas, like for all my Texas subscribers, boo-boo. I take my hat off to y'all, because when I tell you that Texas heat ain't no joke, baby, that Texas heat ain't no joke. I'm sorry, y'all, it looks a little dark. I don't know why. Yeah, but that Texas heat is not any type of joke. Let me pull y'all up a little bit. Yeah, I don't know why it's looking dark like that. It is overcast here. It looks like it's about to rain. Yes, but oh my God. It was days I was in Texas. I thought I was gonna pass out. And then when it would hail there, they would have like golf ball size hail, like real big balls of hail. I was just like, oh my goodness. Yeah, Texas. So don't get me wrong, y'all, I love Texas. Love, love, love Texas. I used to live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and I love Texas, but that Texas heat, yeah, I'm good. That heat was just a little bit too much for me. I couldn't take it, especially with my asthma, baby. But, okay, y'all, I just wanted to get on here and chit-chat with y'all real quick. I just had some thoughts in my head. Had some thoughts in my head. I also wanted to say something, too, you guys. You know, I watched this lady today. Her name is, what is her name? Oh, my goodness. Y'all forgot this woman's name just that quick. It was a YouTuber that I saw. Oh, Lord. I'm sorry, you guys. I'll go back and try to find her in my history, and then I'll say something about it the next time I come on. When I tell you guys, she's a black woman. She has 3 YouTube channels. And when I tell you this woman is so inspirational, like I just love listening to her. But what drew me to her is because she mentioned buying a home. And she's actually just getting ready to close on her home, I think, next week. And she was talking about, you know, all that she went through to find the perfect home and, you know, the sacrifices she had to make in order to buy a home. And the reason why I keep mentioning this to you guys is because it's something as us as Americans, you know, living in the United States of America, that we should make a priority in our lives. Like if there are situations where people just can't buy. But if you get into a situation where you can, baby, don't let it scare you. A lot of people get nervous and intimidated because, you know, they're so used to being in a situation where they're renting. And when something goes wrong with the house or the apartment, there's always somebody to call to come fix it, right? And as you know, as a homeowner, that convenience is no longer there. Now, there's somebody that you can call to fix the problem, but whatever it costs is you as the homeowner, it's going to come out your pocket. So a lot of people get intimidated behind that. And I'm just going to tell you, that's why you got a network. Keep you a couple good folks that you know that are handymen. Keep them people's numbers saved in your phone, you know, as networking and for contacts, right? Don't let that be the reason. You know, and some people, y'all might say, well, I don't think like that. But guess what? But some people do. Some people think like that. You know, some people don't want to they don't want that type of responsibility. They get used to being able to call the rent man to come fix whatever's wrong with it. And you know what? At some point in our lives, y'all, we got to get out of that rent man mentality. Like, yeah, we got to get out of it. If you're able to get up out of it, baby, you got to get up out of that rent man mentality. Because doing that, you're never going to have anything. I mean, yes, you got a place to lay your head, but that's it. You know, and how they do nowadays is these landlords or property management companies, what they're doing is they're investing. Like, it's all about investments. And what they tend to do is they'll get a property, fix it up, get a tenant in, and once they feel like they done made their money off of it, then they'll sell it to the next person. You know, and then you could potentially go under a new set of rules. And yeah, you know, it's just a whole lot, you guys. And you know, as time get closer, you know, once I get into my home, you know, I want to sit down and do a couple sit-down videos of my experience on buying a home. And I've told y'all a little bit of it, you know, periodically, but I haven't told you guys all of it. But we'll talk about it. All right, y'all, I just want to get on here and holler at y'all one good time before Monday. I probably won't see you guys. Well, you know what? Y'all might see me this weekend. I'll just see what's going on and what I can fit in. I'm really trying to pack and get that together. Maybe I'll bring you guys on so y'all can pack with me. What y'all think? If y'all will enjoy that, let me know in the comments, and I can arrange that tomorrow. Maybe we'll do like a short little pack with me. Maybe I'll go live and do it, you know, let y'all keep me company, okay? Until the next time, y'all, see y'all in the next video. Y'all be easy. Remember, y'all, sub what you love. Bye-bye.